If you are an online business owner with something great to offer, but you need more leads and more sales, you need to pick up your phone and start posting on TikTok right now, especially if you don't have it in your budget to run ads on IG or Facebook or whatever, because TikTok has the potential to skyrocket your sales for free 99. Now, I've been in the online business game for long enough to remember how easy it was to grow a following on Facebook or Instagram back in the day, and now it has gotten so hard. And TikTok is your second chance if you missed the IG train. And no, it's not just dancing, and no, it's not too late to get started. In fact, it'll take you less than 15 minutes a day posting on TikTok to build a thriving community around your business that generates you leads and sales every single day. But the rules for success on TikTok are very different than on every other platform. So today I want to walk you through the ABCs of growing a business on TikTok. Now, if you're an online business owner and you swipe away from this video, I can guarantee you that you are going to regret it, because you're going to see everyone that's following this channel getting all of the views that they're getting implementing these tactics, and you're going to realize I let the biggest opportunity from the last 10 years in social media to grow my business and generate leads. I just let it go. I just let it drift away. I call this the ABCs of business because it's about as easy as my 3-year-old learning her ABCs. And so I'm going to dive into that. And then at the end, I'm going to share 3 crucial mistakes that you're probably making or that I want you to avoid so you can get the growth, build your audience, get the sales. So let's dive in. The ABCs of TikTok growth are awareness, binge bank, and conversion. I'm going to go through these one at a time. And yes, they are in order of importance. You have to start with the foundation, with A, awareness, and master that before you move on to B and then to C. But they are all important, and you need all of them to build a thriving business on TikTok. Awareness is the thing that makes TikTok so special compared to all the other platforms out there, because you have the ability to go from somebody that's completely unknown to getting millions of views literally overnight. And then you can turn those views into followers and fans and eventually buyers. Myself and my clients have literally been able to have somebody discover us on TikTok, start going through our content, fill out an application, and make a 5-figure investment in under 48 hours because of this system. And you can start getting these results even if you've been stuck at 200 views and everything that you've been doing and all the content that you've been creating hasn't been working. The reality is, if you already have a business and you already have a great offer and you're already helping clients get amazing results, then there's no reason that you shouldn't be successful. It just means that you're packaging up all of that knowledge incorrectly. You're not using the platform the best way that you can, and you're not understanding the difference between these ABCs and this awareness content versus this binge bank content that we're going to discuss in a little bit. You need to learn how to package your knowledge in a way that gets out there, goes viral, gets the big views, and grows your account so that way you can have the consistent traffic. TikTok, when you are at peak performance and you're using it the best way that you can, works like free advertising. The beauty of running paid ads on something like Facebook or Instagram is that you can spend money and get your content and your offers in front of a whole bunch of people that are your ideal target based on targeting. But what a lot of people don't know is that when it comes to paid advertising these days, it's not so much about picking the exact interest. It's about leveraging the algorithm and letting it do the work for you and find the right people based on who engages. And that's exactly what the TikTok algorithm does, except the TikTok algorithm is more effective at understanding how people engage with content and serving them the best content than any other platform on the planet right now. It can literally figure out who you are, how you help people, who you help, and what you help them with so quickly that it can make sure that your content is delivered to the ideal, perfect person as long as you're doing the right things to help it figure everything out. So when we're focusing on the A, the awareness, we want to be creating content that has the best chance of getting seen, that gets us discovered. And generally, that's going to be your shorter content. It's going to be your trends. You want to leverage the things that are already successful on the platform and are working for other people in your space. That way you can ride the wave as well. You see, the TikTok algorithm is all about watch time percentage. If a video is not keeping people around long enough for a high enough percentage of the video, then it's not going to get shown to more than the 200 people. And that's why everybody feels like they're stuck in 200 view jail. It's because everyone gets 200 to 300 views absolutely for free so that the algorithm can test the performance of the video to see, are people swiping away or are they stopping and watching? And if they are watching the content, how long are they sticking around? And if you pass that test, if people stop, watch your video and watch a long enough percentage of it, they will keep pushing that video. And that's why you have these massive viral content. And knowing this, it becomes much easier to get big views on your content when you keep a couple of things in mind. Number one, we want to make sure that the algorithm is showing our content to the right people that are most likely to stop swiping and watch our content. And the best way that we can do that is by always talking about the same topic. You might call this niching down, but really it's just making sure that all of your content is about the same thing and is for the same kind of person. Because if it is, the algorithm will figure that out and it will start showing that content to those right people. And then since they're more likely to watch and they watch a longer percentage, your videos are going to do better. And then over time, your kind of baseline performance for your content will go up. That's why you see that like a lot of these creators that have gotten to be big creators always have a great number of views. It's not because they have a massive following. This isn't YouTube where our content is first shown to our followers. In fact, our content is first shown to the For You page. These more established creators, the algorithm knows what they're about and who their target audience is. And so they're able to go find more and more people that are like their best, most engaged audience and show it to them so that way they can reach more people, grow faster, and get more views. So you want to stick to one topic, and then you want to use the other tools you have at your disposal. You want to use your text on screen, the words that you say in your videos, the hashtags, and then key-rich descriptions in your videos to make sure that it's very clear, like you're signaling to the algorithm, hey, this is what my video is about and who it's for. The other important thing about this is that you are going to learn what is most important to your audience and what they want to know the most about. And this is true on any social media platform. For example, my number one video here on YouTube is about being stuck at 200 views. I knew when I created that video that it was going to crush. And the reason I knew that was because every third comment on my channel and every third comment that I got on TikTok was like,
I'm stuck at 200 views. I don't know what to do. Can you help me? The algorithm hates me.
So I knew that that was a massive pain point and that I had to create a video about it. And as you start creating this content and it gets shown to the right people and you start bringing more and more people with your awareness content, bringing awareness to your account, and they start engaging with you and they start watching your other videos, you're going to get a lot of comments, and that is going to give you major signals about what you should be creating your content about. And so this whole entire thing just starts to snowball. The second thing that you want to do, and I touched on this a little bit, is you want to focus on shorter content, because the short content is going to get a higher percentage of watch time much easier. And you know the content I'm talking about. I'm talking about like the 5 to 8 second content with the trending sound and the text on the screen. TikTok is definitely evolving, but trends are still a huge part of the culture, and you can leverage that to get eyeballs and to bring awareness to your account. Using trending sounds and using trending formats that are very popular right now, using the trending formats and the trending sounds is going to give you an extra little push that makes it more likely for your videos to go viral, because TikTok understands that if that trending sound or that trending style of video worked for another creator and then you make your version of it, there's a good chance that it's going to get massive watch time as well. And so they're going to push it and see if they can get people to watch it and stay on the platform. But as a business owner, this is some of the best content that you could ever dream of, and is one of the reasons that TikTok is so great for us as business owners. First, it allows you to demonstrate your expertise, because you can actually give bite-sized nuggets of information or value to your potential customers and your viewers through the text on the screen. And that content is great for the people that are sitting at the doctor's office or on the couch in the evening watching TV, just scrolling through and don't have sound, but they're able to see your video and read it and maybe get something out of it. And since it's a short piece of content and it's looping as they read or as they comment, it gets massive watch time percentage, and the chance of it going viral are huge. But maybe more importantly, as a business owner, it's so easy to create. If you go look at some of my videos, I'm literally just like drinking coffee in the background, or I'm sitting back in my chair with text over the screen conveying my message. You can literally take videos of you doing your day-to-day work, sitting at your desk, typing on your computer, whatever it is that you're doing, and use it to create easy content. And I don't know about you, but as somebody that is a full-time creator, full-time business owner, full-time stay-at-home dad to 3 little munchkins, like, I'm looking for things that are time leveraged. And when I have a piece of content that I can create in minutes that can get me thousands, if not tens of thousands, or 1 million views and drive leads and sales into my business so that I have more time to take care of my clients or spend with my family or doing the things that I want to do. So when you start growing your account on TikTok for your business, you really want to focus on this short content as the majority of your content. I would say like a 3-to-1 ratio. You should be creating this content to try to get as many eyeballs, go viral, and start growing your account. But the short trending content shouldn't be the only content you create. That's where we come to be in our ABCs, which is creating your binge bank. Not every piece of content should be trying to go viral. Some of it, your bingeable content, is about developing the relationship and just showing the value that you can bring to your potential customers. It's about demonstrating your authority and helping them realize that you can solve their big problem. Now, this content is not all just tips and tricks and that kind of stuff. What you really want to be doing is talking about their problems. And not just their problems, but maybe the symptoms that they are experiencing because of that problem. Now, I'm going to use fitness as an example here because I think it's something easy that we can all relate to. And I think that fitness and business have a lot of things in common. So if you are an online fitness coach and you want to use TikTok, which you should be because it's awesome for you, you probably want to create some content about weight loss because your ideal client needs to lose weight. That's their problem. They can't lose weight. And they may know that, and that's great. And so you can talk to them about like, hey, you're trying to lose weight. Here's what most people do, and that's not working for you, and here's what I do instead. That is a great type of content where you're showing the problem, you're offering the common solution and why it doesn't work, right? Because that's a frustration for them. And then showing like what you would recommend they do, a new system. You're indoctrinating them into your philosophies. But you can also talk about the symptoms. Like what are the things that they are experiencing that are the real pain points? Because the reality is, like if you're talking to a dad, for example, that needs to lose weight, he's probably not as motivated by just wanting to be healthier so he can live longer. The things that are really bothering that guy that will make him want to lose weight are that he doesn't like how he looks in his clothes. Maybe he's embarrassed by the beer gut, by the dad bod, right? Or maybe it's that he feels it's affecting the intimacy in the bedroom with his spouse. Like he wants to have fun with his wife more often and he thinks that's holding him back. Or maybe it's limiting his ability to run around and have fun with his kids. Or maybe he's just scared of health issues that he has in his past family, history, and he wants to be around for longer, right? Those are the things that are bothering him on the day-to-day. He doesn't like what he sees in the mirror. He doesn't like how it's making him feel. He doesn't like how he perceives that it might be affecting his relationships with the people closest to him. And so if you talk about those kind of symptoms in your content, that is going to hit a much deeper chord. And that's what you should be focusing on in your content. And so your goal with this type of content is to create bingeable stuff that helps people become aware of the problem and makes them want to take action. You're trying to create an aha moment or give them the kick in the pants that they need to go do something about it, maybe even hiring you. And so if your first type of content is about growth and getting eyeballs, you want them to then discover your profile, and that's your binge bank. And after they've seen that, they start going through all of those other videos and they just get sucked in and watch a bunch of them. And that binging behavior is what will lead them to eventually buy. Now, I said not all of your content is made to go viral, and your bingeable content may not go viral. But sometimes it will strike a nerve and it will get such massive watch time on a longer video that it actually does go viral. And that's even better. But what it also does is it gets people commenting and it starts conversations which can help you with sales and help you with ideas for content. And TikTok has this awesome little feature that when somebody comments, you can click on the comment and reply to it with a video, which becomes a new TikTok. And those videos work very, very well. Now, a couple of tips with your bingeable content, because generally it's not going to get as big of views. And early on, you might see that those are consistently only getting like 300, 500, 800 views, and they're not getting the big views like the growth content, which you wouldn't expect them to. But you can improve your chances of getting views on that content by focusing on a couple of things. Number one, you want a text-based headline over your head that creates curiosity and basically hooks the viewer to get them to stop swiping so they don't scroll past your video. Next, the first couple of words that you say in the video need to hook the viewer. I'm sure you've heard the advice about having a good hook over and over and over, but it's true, it's important. If you can't get them to watch the first 3 seconds and they bounce, it's going to kill the chances of your video getting pushed by TikTok. And so my recommendation is just like dive right into the point point of the video or who it's for and how you're going to help them. You'll notice at the beginning of this video, I did the same thing. I said, if you're an online business owner that has an awesome offer but needs more leads and sales, then you need to be on TikTok. So I basically called out the person that I wanted to see this video, and I identified their problem and presented a solution and created some curiosity because they're thinking, why TikTok? And I did that all in like the first 3 seconds of my video. And then since it's longer form on YouTube, I went a little deeper, but you can do this on TikTok as well. I hit another pain point and said, maybe you don't have the budget to run Facebook and Instagram ads like all of your friends do to scale their business. And so TikTok is going to allow you to get the same result for free. So I twisted the knife by presenting another pain point and then offering like a really great benefit. And so if you just start doing those couple of things with your educational or your talking videos, the bingeable content, you're going to see them be way more effective. Now, turning your profile into a binge bank is definitely going to help you with leads and sales and conversion, but there's a lot more that goes into it for the C in our ABCs, which is conversion, which means getting those sales, building your email list, like getting people to take another action and get them into your system that you use for the actual marketing. And so the first part of conversion is you need that link in bio. You need to get to 1,000 followers on TikTok so you can have the link in your bio, which becomes the hub for everybody to figure out, like, what else do you have to offer? So think about this. They see your awareness content, the thing that's getting the eyeballs, and go, ooh, this is interesting. They click on your profile. They go down your binge bank. They watch a couple of your bingeable videos and go,
man, this Mike guy, he knows a thing or two. I like his personality. I'm digging his vibe.
Maybe like vibe? Did I just say that?
So now I'm going to go click on his link and see how he can help me, what free and paid resources he has available to help me solve the problem that he already demonstrated he can solve in his bingeable content.
So that's step one. But there's some other things that you can do on your profile to help improve conversions. Number one, you can optimize your bio. When you have that information, let people know why they should listen to you and how you can help them. And like really, if we have to choose one, let's focus on how you can help them achieve their goals and overcome their problems. Because the reality is, just like when I tell my clients when we're running paid ads, like nobody cares about your brand. Nobody cares about you. They don't know who you are. They just saw your ad randomly pop up on Instagram. Like you invaded their life and their scrolling time. And they're like, they don't care who that person is. They only care if they're interested in the message in that ad. And the same is true when they see your awareness video. They don't really care about you yet. They just care about whether the message on that video helped them to have that aha moment or to take action, and hopefully it got them to go look at your profile. And when they look at that profile, they're going to look at your followers, they're going to look at your bio, and they're going to look at those other videos. So you want to make it very clear with the words in your bio how you help them overcome their biggest problem. The next thing you want to do is take advantage of the pin post feature. A lot of people just use the pin post to show off their most viral content, and that is not the way to use it. At first, you might not have any videos to pin, and that's okay. But as you start creating this bingeable content, you're going to notice that some of it gets way more views and is way more successful than other videos. Those are the videos that you want to pin, because ideally, pinned videos with higher views are going to grab people's attention, and they're going to want to know, why was this so popular? And they're going to want to go watch it. But your pinned videos are an opportunity for you to teach people about your system of doing things and how you get people to result. And when they watch those videos, they're going to be more likely to take the next step of clicking the link. And so as part of your bingeable content, you want to create that foundational content, the things that you think that your ideal customers need to know to be successful. And as you start to have more successful videos, you want to start planting them there. Now, over time, you're going to have a ton of this content. So what you can start doing is making playlists. And so your playlist could be based around the most important problems or solutions that you provide. And so based on y'all that are watching this video today, like I might have something talking about TikTok growth, generating leads on TikTok, and getting sales from TikTok. And I would put all of the content that's relevant to that, the stuff that I think is really good, into those playlists so that they can go further down the rabbit hole and binge all of my stuff. Now, another really cool feature is that you can actually connect other social media platforms inside of your TikTok profile, and I would 100% recommend doing this. The main two that you're able to connect are going to be Instagram and YouTube, and I wouldn't put both of them in there. I would just put the one that you use the most. So for me, I'm not like a big IG user, but I'm creating content on YouTube, and it's been perfect because I've linked my YouTube, and all of my people that discover me on TikTok then go to YouTube for even more in-depth, longer content like this. And then after watching that content, they will come back and they will message message me on TikTok or they will apply to work with me. And I'm able to generate sales because I've built so much trust by giving so much value in that long form content. Similarly, if you are not a long form creator on YouTube, you can use IG. And IG, you're probably going to have content like what we described with the bingeable content in the form of your reels. But what's really great about Instagram is not its growth potential or the reels. It's about the stories and the DMs. Instagram is a great place for people to get to know you on like a personal level and get like the behind the scenes treatment. And so if you're going about your day and you're on IG and you're doing stories and you're talking about, I did this with my client and I helped them do this and here's what I'm experiencing today, and maybe even sharing some of the stuff you have going on in the background with your family or whatever it is that you do, people are going to build a deeper connection with you, and people want to buy from people that they know, like, and trust. And so if you use one of those platforms, connect it, because it's only going to help you improve conversions. Now, before we move on to the big mistakes that I see when people are trying to grow their business with TikTok, I want to talk about some best practices with your link in bio, because that's going to be the main way that you are going to convert people to sales and to grow your email list. And we all know the money's in the list. Number one, get a stand store for your link. It's the best option out there, and it makes it so easy to do all of the things that you need to do with one piece of software. You're going to be able to get opt-ins. You're going to be able to book calls. You're going to be able to sell digital products all from inside of your stand store, and it's going to eliminate the need for landing page builders and all of the other tools that you would normally need in a product suite to do the same thing. More importantly, when you click on a stand store link, it opens natively in the app. When you use something like Linktree, it's going to say, you're leaving the website. Are you sure that you want to do this? And one of the most important things to learn about a sales funnel is that you lose a percentage of people at every single step of the process. So the more steps there are, the fewer or the more leads that you need to get the result of the sale. And so if there's this unnecessary roadblock of somebody double confirming that, yes, I meant to click on that link, I do want to go somewhere other than TikTok, you're going to lose a bunch of people and have fewer people that had been interested and clicked on the link actually getting to your offers. And yes, stand stores are a paid service. It's not very expensive, 100% worth it. And yes, you can get a 14-day free trial inside of my description. And yes, I will get a very minimal kickback if you purchase it. It's called an affiliate link. And honestly, guys, it doesn't cost you anything, but it helps my business out. So, go ahead and do it. I just got to let you know. Now, you got your free trial, you're setting up your stand store, it's in your TikTok, you're all excited. What do you put in it? You may already have an offer, and that's great. You can sell it the way that you've always been selling it using the software. But if you don't have it, the first thing you want to put in there is an application so people can book a call with you. A lot of people rush to go create courses or digital products, and they don't have any validation that the offer is going to work. And so it's just better to provide a service early on, because you're going to be able to charge more money and you're going to be able to talk to people and figure out what their problems are and what they need help with and tailor your pitch to them. You're going to learn so much about your marketing message and be able to create such better content by having those conversations. That one was hard. So that's the first thing. Make sure you have a place for people to apply. There are two other offers that I'm going to recommend. The second one that you need to create after you have that application in there is you need to create a lead magnet or a freebie that you can give to somebody in exchange for the email, or an email and phone number, so that way you can start to market to them and build your email list. And there's generally three things that I recommend with this, because you want it to be valuable, and you want it to help them take the first step to whatever your system is, whatever that you're going to help them with. You want them to be able to get a result, but it needs to be a small win. This is tricky. You want it to be so valuable that they're like, I would have paid for this, but you don't want it to be such a big promise that it's overwhelming. You want to get a result and have it just be really great quality and super actionable. And so checklists can be really good, or toolkits, but what I really like is a short challenge, no more than 5 days, or a workshop that's going to be 30 to 45 minutes that shows them how to overcome a problem and the steps they need to take in the next action. And arms them with the tools they need to take that action. And I'm telling y'all, when people can get a result with your free stuff, they are way more likely to buy. But even if they don't buy, they become honeybees. And honeybees are the best thing for your business, because a honeybee gets results from you for free, and they're amazed, and they go tell all of their friends. They go out and they pollinate and bring more people to you and build your reputation. And I'm telling you, you want that honey. Finally, low ticket offer. Look, I'm a big fan of, like I said, doing the call, having the service, charging higher ticket, because it's going to allow you to get to your income goals faster. It's so much easier to make 6 figures a month when you're selling something for $2,000 because you just need one sale a week or $8K a month and you're there. It's so much easier than selling a $200 course. But one of the cool things about TikTok is like you can create a small low ticket product that is going to help somebody get the result and maybe be, even more valuable than that freebie. And then that's going to create a little bit of passive income for you. But the real magic is in how you set this up. If somebody buys that thing, what you want to do is after they bought the product, you want to offer the call, but be very strategic about how you do it. You want to offer an implementation call. And so the idea here is like, hey, you bought my thing. Now I'm offering you a short 30-minute call to make sure that I can answer your questions and help you implement it so that you can be successful. And this can be an application the same way. But the idea here is that you offer it and say, hey, this is the only time you're going to have this available. We don't have it available for everybody, but if you want it, grab it. And then you can look at the applications and find the people that are the best fit. You can have conversations with them. And now it becomes an opportunity for you to convert them into that higher ticket sale. And even if they don't buy, it gives you the ability to create some massive impact and create a ton of value for them and learn more about your market. You're getting paid for all the market research that they're giving you. And then they become honeybees and they go and do their thing. But none of this matters if you make the 3 mistakes that I'm about to share with you. Number 1, if you use a business account instead of a creator account, big no-no, don't do it. I understand you're a business owner. TikTok is telling you, hey, we want you to do a business account. Don't do it. Because the difference between a creator account and a business account is that a business account gets to have a link in their bio at 0 followers, whereas a creator account gets it at 1,000 followers. But here's the deal, people. If you don't have 1,000 followers, nobody's clicking your link and nobody's buying your stuff. And I don't know why I took my glasses off for emphasis there, but we're going to roll with it. And the big disadvantage to the business account is you don't get to use commercial sounds. And commercial sounds are what are used in trends. And trends give you a boost in the algorithm and help you go viral. And they're part of your awareness strategy and growing your account and getting the eyeballs to binge your stuff to then convert into buyers as the first step of our ABCs. So use the creator account. Use the trends, go viral, profit. Big mistake number 2, you are not doing the research. You think you know all the things and that you can just share your value. And so you put out that video and it gets 200 views and you're like,
this was amazing. This stuff is so great. It's going to be so valuable. It helps so many people. It helps my clients. Nobody's watching it. The algorithm hates you.
No, the algorithm does not hate you. Like I said at the beginning, you're not packaging it correctly. You need to do the research. Growing on TikTok is about pattern recognition, right? There's trends. It's all about patterns. You need to see what the other creators in your space are doing and look at their profiles and study them. And you need to do it every week. You need to be looking at what they're doing. You need to follow them. You need to watch them in your For You page. And you need to look and see of all of their videos, how many views do they normally get? And what are the videos that are outliers that have massive views? Study those videos. You won't learn much from bad videos on TikTok because you'll just be at 200 views. There's nothing to really gain from that. But you will gain a lot of insight from studying successful videos, both other people, other creators that are in your space, and your own successful videos. Study them. Look at the formats, look at the lengths, look at the topics, look at what they're, I just said topic, but what they're talking about. Look at the way they put the text on the screen. What are the trends that are happening right now? Can you get in on that trend? Study the patterns, use them. If you come to me and say,
I don't have the views, I'm implementing all the things,
there's a good chance I'm going to look at your profile and you either haven't posted enough to really learn anything, or I'm going to be able to tell that you are not, doing the research and following the trends, because I got a lot of clients that are in a lot of different niches and I pay a lot of attention to what's going on TikTok and what the trends are, and I know. And so if I look at your stuff, I'm going to be able to tell, right? So don't embarrass yourself. Number 3, you're not doubling down on what works. A lot of people are afraid to be repetitive and talk about the same things over and over and over again because they don't want to bore their audience. But there's 2 things you need to keep in mind. Number 1, all of your content is shown to people on the For You page that have never heard about you. So if you have a topic that lands and crushes every single time, then post it every week. Post it over and over and over, because if it's worked before, it's going to work again, and it's going to bring more new people into your world. Awareness, super important. Number 2, if somebody followed you and they're going through and they're binging your videos and you're showing up in their For You feed and they followed you for a particular topic, that means that they are interested in more of that topic. They aren't going to be sad you're talking about the same same things over and over, they're going to be glad because, well, maybe they didn't understand it the first time. And then you explained it differently and they had an aha moment and it clicked. Or maybe it just took them like 5 times of hearing the same thing over and over for it to sink in to their little brains so they could take action and get results. So repeat the topics. And more than that, like, double down. If you have a viral video, repost it. If you have a format that works every time, remake it. The big secret that none of the gurus are telling you is that they repost and they remake and they just keep using the same amazing topics that always work for them over and over and over. And it's a very small percentage of like 20% of their content that gets the 80% of the results. I'm pretty sure that's called the Pareto principle, but I want to make sure. Yep. Go figure. The Pareto principle. It's like a law of the universe. Now, this video was so packed with information to help you grow your business on TikTok, but if you're looking for like the step-by-step, what do I do to grow from scratch on TikTok or revive my dead account so I can start getting the views and getting the followers and getting the leads, I want you to watch this video. That's my step-by-step playbook. It's going to help you. You'll love it. I'm also releasing a brand new 5-day challenge. I think it's going to be out by now. You can find it in the description. But if it's not there, subscribe because it will be ready by like next week. Good luck, get views, make money.